What if a small island nation with no natural resources could transform itself into one of the most advanced economies in the world? That's the incredible story of Singapore. Once struggling with poverty and unemployment, Singapore is now a global leader in finance, innovation, and sustainability. In 2025, it stands as a living blueprint for developing nations, proving that size and resources do not determine success, vision, governance, and adaptability do. From world-class infrastructure and education to clean governance and cutting-edge technology, Singapore has shown the world how discipline, long-term planning, and people-centered policies can create prosperity. In this video, we'll explore why Singapore continues to inspire developing nations and what lessons the world can learn from its extraordinary journey. 1. Economic transformation. Singapore's economic journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Once a small, resource-poor island relying on trade, it is now a global financial and innovation hub. Through strong industrial policies, investment in high-value industries, and fostering entrepreneurship, Singapore created steady, sustainable growth. Developing nations can learn that diversifying economies, encouraging private sector investment, and maintaining financial stability are crucial. By focusing on long-term planning rather than short-term gains, Singapore shows how even countries with limited resources can transform into wealthy, globally competitive economies that provide citizens with jobs, security, and a higher standard of living. 2. Good governance and zero tolerance for corruption. Singapore's rise is largely due to effective governance and a culture of integrity. The government is known for transparency, efficiency, and strict anti-corruption laws. Leaders emphasize meritocracy, where talent and hard work are rewarded instead of favoritism. Developing nations often face corruption as a major obstacle to growth, but Singapore proves that clean governance leads to investor confidence, stronger institutions, and better public trust. This focus on accountability ensures resources are used wisely for the benefit of citizens. In 2025, Singapore continues to inspire countries to fight corruption and implement policies that promote fairness, justice, and long-term stability. 3. World-class infrastructure. Infrastructure has been at the heart of Singapore's success. The nation invested heavily in world-class airports, efficient seaports, advanced public transport, and digital networks. These projects not only improved daily life for citizens but also made Singapore a top destination for trade, investment, and tourism. For developing nations, infrastructure development is a clear path to economic competitiveness. Singapore's model shows that smart, sustainable infrastructure attracts foreign businesses, boosts connectivity, and supports growth across multiple sectors. In 2025, its well-maintained roads, efficient logistics, and cutting-edge digital systems remain an example for countries struggling with outdated or weak infrastructure systems. 4. Education as a growth engine. Singapore invested in education early, realizing that human capital is its greatest resource. The government built a strong education system that emphasizes science, technology, engineering, and math, while also promoting creativity and innovation. Teachers are highly respected and well-trained, ensuring quality learning for all. Continuous skill upgrading keeps workers ready for future industries like AI and biotechnology. Developing nations can learn that building a skilled workforce is key to escaping poverty and driving innovation. In 2025, Singapore's education system continues to rank among the world's best, making it a global benchmark for creating knowledge-based, future-ready societies. 5. Healthcare and social policies. Singapore balances rapid economic growth with strong social policies, particularly in healthcare and housing. Its healthcare system is affordable, efficient, and accessible to all citizens through a mix of government subsidies and mandatory savings schemes. Public housing programs ensure that over 80% of Singaporeans live in high-quality, affordable homes, reducing slums and inequality. Developing nations struggling with urbanization can learn from this model, where citizens are guaranteed essential services without bankrupting the state. In 2025, Singapore continues to show how sustainable social policies can improve quality of life while supporting national stability and long-term economic development. 6. Sustainability and Smart Nation Vision. Despite its small size, Singapore is a leader in sustainability and technology. The government invests in renewable energy, green buildings, water recycling, and urban farming to ensure self-sufficiency. Its Smart Nation vision uses digital technology, artificial intelligence, and data-driven policies to create efficient, livable cities. For developing nations facing climate challenges, Singapore provides a working model of how to balance modernization with environmental responsibility. In 2025, it continues to set global standards in sustainable urban planning, showing that economic growth does not need to come at the cost of nature, but can instead work hand in hand with it. 7. Global connectivity. Singapore's strategic location and openness to trade turned it into one of the world's busiest hubs for commerce, shipping, and aviation. The nation thrives on free trade agreements, diplomatic relationships, and a strong global presence. Developing countries can learn that regional integration, openness to investment, and diplomatic engagement are essential for long-term prosperity. Singapore shows that small nations can achieve big influence by being outward-looking and globally connected. In 2025, it remains a leader in international trade, innovation partnerships, and global finance, inspiring other countries to use connectivity as a foundation for sustainable development and economic growth. 8. Resilience and adaptability. One of Singapore's greatest strengths is its ability to adapt to changing global trends. It transitioned from manufacturing to finance, and now it leads in high-tech industries like AI, biotechnology, and green energy. This resilience comes from forward-thinking leadership and continuous reinvention of its economy. Developing nations can learn the importance of diversification, innovation, and adaptability in the face of global challenges. In 2025, Singapore continues to prove that success is not about staying in one industry forever, but about embracing change, preparing for disruption, and creating opportunities for citizens in an ever-evolving world economy.